Hello YouTubers. I'm going to show you how I wash and dry my clothes. Drying is going to be something brand new because I just got a spinner in the mail, spin dryer. I only need a few tablespoons of laundry soap in this washer here. It's called a Miracle Wash, also known as a Wonder Wash, and there's other versions of it called the Sputnik 3. So I don't know if the Miracle Wash is by the same company that does the Wonder Wash. When I do this, because there's suds building up, you can't really see where the water's at, so I put my finger on the inside line so when the water gets up I can feel it. And you got to use hot water. You can do up to 10 t-shirts or a couple jeans, maybe 3 towels, you know. So I just put a mixture of whatever else. And it's got a pressure locking lid so that the heat will force the water and soap through the clothing as it's pressurized inside because of the heat of the water. So, let's just start grabbing some stuff here. I might have me a couple loads worth here to do. Just have me one towel to do after this. So, put that down, slide it in place, and then you turn this knob until it's really tight. And try not to cut yourself like I did. It's supposed to be 1 revolution per minute for a minute and a half or 2 minutes. I always go for 2 minutes. Minute. Seconds. Be about 2 minutes, and I'm lucky that this thing sometimes pops off and I got it taken. So the next thing you do as you loosen the the lid, and you'll hear it hiss out steam or whatever, heat. That's how I cut myself on this thing. Yeah, it should be hissing any second now. Counterclockwise lift. Alright. Now these tend to drip a little on the underside, so I put an old Courier Knives bowl in. I grew up with those. We used to call them ice cream bowls. So this, you press in and twist, and it drains the dirty water out. So the next item will be this dryer I just bought. It's like almost pacing the floor waiting for this thing to come in the mail. I've been really wanting to get it so I didn't have to wring clothes out by hand. I thought that's what screwed up my thumb, but it's that little knob on the top of that lid that gave me the little owie. Oh well. This is usually the longest part. For that spin dryer, and it's by the Laundry Alternatives. Actually, this is about done, so I can shut up for a little bit. I'm going to do this rinse cycle here. Good enough for government pay. You notice it does leak out some water. So now what you want to do is refill it halfway or whatever. It doesn't have to be hot or warm, what doesn't matter. You can do this in the bathtub too, and that's easy. Just tip the thing upside down, put your hand in, the clothes are coming out. I did to it. I'm going to take a sander, just sand the bottom edge of this so it's not so darn sharp. Alright, now for the rinse cycle. You don't have to do this for like 30 seconds or a minute or two or whatever. I'll do it in a minute. Good enough. Alright, put the little bowl underneath. If you want to be a perfectionist, you can do this yet again another time if you feel it hasn't thoroughly rinsed out. Or just take the clothes out and run them under the water. This probably runs out faster that way, but that's just how this thing works. Okay, well that's drained. For the the spin dryer came with a nice manual, model SD 6.3. by the Laundry Alternative Incorporated. On the back of their little unpacking instructional slip is interesting how they explain for loading it. Speed items, oops, I don't know if I could read correctly. Spread items of clothing out horizontally rather than loading vertically. Begin with heavier items and put the lightest, smallest items, such as socks, in the middle when possible. Do not leave empty spaces, as this can cause unbalanced loads and potentially strong vibrations. When possible, fill completely. It is fine to use the machine if not completely full, but if you have enough laundry for a full load, it's best to run a full one. Put the protector disc over the clothes and under the edges of the inner tube. Important for your safety, remember to never put any type of footwear in the spin dryer. Okay, well, that said, and this is the protector that goes into it. And one thing I got that's heavy is a towel. So we're talking t-shirts, underwear, socks, so that's going to be no big deal. I can let this drain out later, I guess. So not in any big hurry. So let me get this camera repositioned. Yeah, this is going to be nice. If everything works. Alrighty. Okay. And one thing I got that's heavy is a towel. So we're talking t-shirts, underwear, socks, so that's going to be no big deal. I can let this drain out later, I guess. So not in any big hurry. So let me get this camera repositioned. Yeah, this is going to be nice. If everything works.